All right, here we go, man. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're going to talk about Arknights Endfield, right? It's been a minute since you guys heard that name on the channel. You guys heard me say Arknights Endfield. It's been a minute since I talked about that game. But it's time for me to talk about Arknights Endfield because if you guys haven't noticed, I haven't dropped a single video on that game months, okay? In months, I haven't talked about that game. And it's not because I took a break. It's not because, I'm just focused on other games. I just don't play the game anymore. All right. And I'm not trolling you guys. I'm being dead ass. I just don't play the game at all anymore. And I'm going to give you guys some reasons why as up to why I don't play the game anymore. And let me go ahead and make myself clear. These reasons, I'm not going to try to portray these reasons at I'm not gonna try to make it seem as if reasons as of to why I don't play Arknights Infield, they're objective, like, oh, these are objectively correct in a way. That's just how I feel personally, right? It's just how I feel. So I want to make that clear because you guys know how people are in the gacha community, bro. When you say something that they disagree with, they throw a temper tantrum. But here we go, man. So first reason why. Sorry about that. First reason why. The factory system, right? The factory system, I just got burnt out. At first, I found it interesting compared to like other open world gacha games. Whenever you're trying to grind for gear, you just go inside of a domain, you use your stamina, and then that's it. You get your gear and it's just RNG. Either you get fucked up or you get lucky. That's just how it is in every open world gacha game, and even in gacha games that aren't open world. That's just how it is when it comes to grinding for gear. Arknights Infield, they took a different approach where you have the factory system, right? You have the factory system where the factory is going to pretty much generate these, like, they're going to make gear for you. They're going to give you the materials and then you can create the gear for yourself, and then there's no RNG involved. You get fixed stats, whatever, right? I like the fact that this, like, when it comes to you getting gear in Arknights Infield, there is no RNG involved. No, it's fixed stats only. That's dope. It's just that the process is just tedious. It's extremely tedious. And, the more they release, new regions, new areas, new characters, the more we have to do the same thing over and over and over again. And that's what I was afraid of. Like, I was hoping that that's not what like they wouldn't do something like that where every single time they release a new character or new area, then we have to go make a whole new factory in that new area and then start the process over and over again. But unfortunately we have to do that. In 1.2, when they dropped I forgot what that girl's name was, but you guys know what I'm talking about. She's like the leader of that area, the electricity dragon girl. I forgot her name, but her, right? When they dropped that character, we had to make a whole new factory in a new area, and we had to like generate some new materials, and then it was just, the process was just too long. Like, I literally couldn't play with her for like 2 or 3 days because I was so busy trying to figure out the best factory layout, the best factory setup to, build this character. And I just found that annoying. I really did. I found that really annoying. Now, is it fair for me to say that, in other gacha games, the amount of time it takes you to like build your character, it could take like 2 or 3 days or even 5 days because of RNG? Sure, right? That's a fair argument, but it just depends on the process, right? It depends on the process, because in those other games, it's like, okay, you use your stamina while you're grinding for that gear, you're fighting enemies, right? And it's very short. You can just do it in 5 minutes. But in Arknights Infinite, it's like you're spending hours. You're trying to go on Reddit, you're trying to figure out who has the best setup, and then you're waiting for them to drop the code. And if they drop the incorrect code, you're like, oh fuck, like I don't have the code, so how am I gonna put this setup? And you have to do it one by one. You have to watch YouTube videos. It's just, I prefer the process in games like Wuwa, Genshin, and whatever. I prefer that process where I just go in a domain, I spend my stamina and I get it out the way for the day. If I get unlucky, bullshit. But hey, it only took me 5 minutes. Meanwhile, in Arknights Infield, I gotta like spend an hour to find the best setup, and once I find that setup, I gotta wait like what, a day or 2 or 3 days to fully build my character because it takes so long to like get the materials to assemble the pieces, assemble the gear, and then put them on the character. It takes a really long time. So yeah, the factory system, the fact that we have to build new factories for new characters every single time, it's like, nah, bro. Like I just can't with that. I just can't. Now, another reason why I'll say so that's the first reason, okay? The factory, the AIC factory system. That's one reason. Second reason is content. All right, content drought. So the last time I touched Arknights Infield was version 1.2. I'll say the first half of version 1.2. And during that time, there was literally nothing to do in-game wise in Arknights Endfield. All we had was that mode where like you're fighting enemies, and it's like once you get all the like the rewards, sure you can like challenge yourself so you can get like the medal or something like that. I forgot what it's like, a rainbow medal. Sure you can challenge yourself, there is a challenge there, and it's definitely difficult if you don't have the right characters. But that was literally all we had at the time. And before that, global launch, I don't even think there was in-game content. Like there was literally nothing to do. Like once you finish the story, all you had was the factory, and that was it. Like that was literally all you had. So I will say, the fact that there wasn't there wasn't enough content at the time, and there was literally nothing to do. I just lost interest. I definitely did. I lost interest. And sure, they're adding more content now. Like I'm pretty sure they're adding like new modes, but once you lose interest in something, it's really hard for you to get back into, what you want, like what you once loved. Like for some people, they can lose interest and then they can get right back into it. But me, I don't work that way. Once I lose interest in something, it's really hard for me to get right back into what I was interested before. Like it's just really hard for me to get right back into the game because I just don't care anymore. So yeah, the content drought was definitely a problem, and I just don't understand why they wanted to like release more in-game content in like what, 4 or 5 months. Like why can't you guys drop that when the game released? Like why can't you guys drop that when the game launched? At least for games like Genshin and WoW, they had like TOA and Spiral Abyss immediately. But in this game, it's like there really wasn't anything to do. We had to wait till like I think version 1.1 or later on, like in the game, in order for us to get actual in-game content. So when it comes to like the replay value in Arknights Infield, it's really iffy, man. It's really iffy. And it's not even just Arknights Infield. It's like when it comes to gacha games in general, the replay value in gacha games is just complete dog shit, and that's just a fact. That I will say that right there. Like you guys can disagree. I don't give a fuck. That is just a fact. The replay value in gacha games just suck. You just log in, do what you gotta do, and you log the fuck off. Like if you're trying to like do anything else, you're just not gonna have a good time. That's just the truth. But yeah, so yeah, content drought. That's the second reason why. Third reason why, um, I literally wrote this all down. I can't believe I forgot. I have to look it up again. Open world burnout. That is the third reason why. So before NTE launched, we have the only two open world games I was playing was Arknights Infield and Wuwa. And once NTE launched, you look at what NTE has to offer you. Like you see what the game can offer. You have like hobbies where you can race. You have some PvP events. We have like the new fantasy game mode in version 1.2, which is absolutely amazing. It's really fun. NTE, you have so many things to do in that game. And yes, I get it. Arknights Infield is not like 100% open world like NTE and WUWA, but at the same time, it's low key and open world in a way. It's just that it's just like different zones, pretty much. It's pretty similar to HSR, but you still have exploration in the game. So when I look at all three games, I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna sit here and like once I'm done playing Woowa, I'm not gonna log off of Woowa, go to NTE, do what I gotta do, and then log off to NTE, and then go to Arknights Infill. Like I'm just not gonna do that. I don't have the time to like just sit there and keep doing the same thing every single day because that's what we're really doing when it comes to these gotcha games. You log in, do the same thing, log off, go to the next gotcha game, log in, do the same thing, log off, go to next one, log in, same thing, log off, next one, log off, same thing. Like it's the same cycle every single time. I'm like, okay, in order for me to not burn myself out, I have to choose an open world gotcha game that I'm no longer interested in. I just have to drop it. And unfortunately, Arknights Infield just came into my mind. Because when I log into Arknights Infield, what am I doing that's different than other gotcha games and other open world gotcha games? Nothing. The only thing that's different is the factory system. Other than that, I just log in, use my stamina, entertain the factory system, and then log off. Like that's really all I did in Arknights Infield when I was done with the story. And when it comes to the events in Arknights Infield, I also want to talk about that as well. The events in that game, I'm not gonna lie, man, the events were very, very casual. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? When it comes to like casual events, I'm totally fine with that because there are some people who aren't interested in that. It's especially if you got a job. If you got a job, you ain't finna sit in front of your computer, for 5 hours playing a combat event in a gotcha game. I understand that. I do. I definitely understand that. But there needs to be a mix, right? There definitely needs to be a mix. And I feel like when it comes to Arknights Infield, yeah, there were some, combat events, but I feel like the casual events, they outweigh the combat events way more. It's not even just combat events. I feel like when it comes to the events in Arknights Infield in general, they were very, very weak, right? They were very, very weak. When you look at when you look at the events in like NTE, they go crazy, bro. Like in 1.2, the event that we have right now is insane. And I'm not trying to make it seem as if I'm trying to shit on Arknights Infield and uplift NTE. No. The only reason why I'm mentioning NTE is so that you guys can understand where I'm coming from and why like I had to choose which game I want to stick with and which game I had to drop. And unfortunately, Arknights Infield was the game I had to drop. So yeah, the events were lacking, and well, what was I gonna say? Open world burnout, right? Just logging in and doing the same thing that I do in other open world games. It's just I just don't see the point. But yeah, man, that's all I can say. Those are my main reasons as of to why I no longer play Arknights Infield. I probably have some more, but those are like the main reasons I can think as of to right now. Those are like the main reasons, the main reasons I have. Holy shit, I'm stuttering. And realize how I haven't brought up the gacha system at all. For all the people out there, how much you guys want to bet? There's gonna be one person that's gonna come into the comment section and say, "Oh, he dropped the game because of the gacha system. It filtered him." Didn't even mention that shit at all. And we're like, I think 13 minutes in the video. The gacha system, I already accepted that that's just how it's gonna be. So it is what it is. Like that's why I don't even complain about that shit no more, because that's just how it is, bro. But yeah, man. You guys can let me know what y'all thinking. No, like I want y'all to tell me how you guys feel about gacha games in general, not just Arknights Infield. Like, how are you guys feeling about, the replay value in these games? How are you guys feeling about the longevity, content, the gameplay? Do you guys feel as if, everything is just repetitive? Like, everything is just, it's like all these games are just doing the same thing over and over and over again, right? Let me know what you guys think. But yeah, that's literally it. I just want to have a chat with y'all, let y'all know that I'm no longer playing Arknights Infield. And am I open to try out other open world gacha games? For sure. I'm always open to try out other games. As long as I'm enjoying it and that game can keep me hooked. Right? That's what I want. If this game can keep me hooked, I'll play it. But if I'm losing interest, if I'm forcing myself, that's one of the main things I hate whenever I'm playing a video game. If I'm forcing myself to log into the game simply for pulls, rewards, and whatever, I'm dropping the game immediately because I don't want to do that. It feels as if I'm like a slave to that game. Like I'm forcing myself to log into the game just to pull. Like I feel like as if I'm being like an addict, right? A gambling addict. Or I gotta log in to get pulls so I can like I'm not doing that shit, bro. I play games to have fun, and that's it. Hope you guys have a good one. I'll be catching you guys on the next one. Adios.